Welcome back to another video. So it is time to go racing finally. Got the GT500 pretty much ready to go. Got everything that I need in the trunk. And before we go ahead and get there, I want to go ahead and do my intro just because I think it's going to get dark by the time we get there. So what you guys see before you is my GT500 on the drag pack right now. And went ahead and, if you are not tracking, we pull it down to the 2.6 pulley. Got the ice tank wired in and I redid the wiring for that, so it should be good now, hopefully. I'm going to log it and hopefully we don't have any problems there. So that'll be good to go. Other than that, I'm trying to think of anything I'm missing. And I think it's the only two changes we did. And of course, the weather out here is going to be awesome. So it is supposed to be anywhere from like 0 DA to like -500 throughout this evening. So it's going to be dark at the track, unfortunately. I'm not going to have a great lighting, but I'm going to have the camera where I usually do, and we'll see if we can't get some runs in. Now, my only real concern is we're still having the 1-2 synchro issues. So if we get locked out, we get locked out. It is what it is. I'm probably going to go ahead and just try and complete the run, even if we get locked out, mainly because I want to see what a 61:30 time looks like. Should there be any other issues, I don't really want to waste runs. So we'll be doing that, and should be it. So pretty excited, kind of see what happens. It's getting cooler out. I think it's in the 60s, high 50s right now, and it'll be getting down to the low or mid 40s this evening. So should be pretty sweet, and looking forward to it. Alrighty guys, we're in the drag lanes, and it's been quite a while. It is 8:21. We got here at 6, so we're gonna make our first pass and see what she does. Slow on some of the shifts, but I mean, other than that, she felt pretty good. A little vibrating for my taste on that one coming down the backside, but anyway, good. Other than that, pretty good run. So we'll see what she did, right? All right, just got back from the first run. Let me show you the time slip real quick. So we're car number 11. I'll put it on the screen as well if you can't see this, but let's see, 1.760 foot, so not great. Definitely bogged a bit at launch. 7.2 to the 8th though is one of my quicker 8th miles for being here, so that's pretty nice. And at 99 mile an hour, and then we I feel like we kind of fell off, maybe not though. 130 trap speed and 11.1. So I don't know. I just checked the draggy for the 61:30 time and it was 7.6, which really is not that much faster than what we were doing before. I think my current fastest is 7.75. So I'm also checking over the data log to see what's up. Now we had a hell of a wait time, but downstream air temp started the run at 96 degrees. First gear went up to 102 degrees. That's pretty quick, normal. And then it started climbing decently quick throughout the rest of the run here. And that's the end of 4th. So it ended at 4th at, looks like we peaked out at 4th at 129. So there's a small spike right here in 4th gear. Here we're at 118, which is still well within goodness. So not too bad, but for an ice tank, I was kind of expecting a little better. So I'm not entirely sure what's up there. Now my other thing I need to check, I need to pull up the GoPro footage and see what the boost made. We have the 2.6 pulley and DA is -200 right now. So we should be making all the boost. If it's not like 18 or 19 PSI, I think there might be a problem somewhere. And that could explain why we're down mile per hour, because I was expecting mile per hour to be up in the 135s right now, and it's still 130, which I only picked up 2 miles an hour, which I feel like is not quite accurate. Alright, so I just watched the footage on my GoPro and pulled it up on the computer because I need to look at the boost gauge and see what the hell is going on. And not great. So I'm going to point this out on the actual screen so you can follow along with me. But first gear, we were like 14, 15 PSI, a little less. Second gear, barely made 15 to 16 PSI. Third gear, same deal. And fourth gear finally picked up a little bit. I think I saw 16, maybe 17. When I tested this pulley with 400 DA and just third gear flooring it, I saw 19 PSI. So something is not right with this car. I've been getting a code for the actuator underneath the supercharger showing up as actuator failed open under boost or failed close. So I'm wondering if maybe that's what's going on. I might need to look into that. I'm going to look into that. We're also going to do smoke tests and a couple other things, but I don't know. Might do one more run just to see if we can do a 10-9 maybe, but boost isn't there, guys. That's what's going on. I mean, we have the 2.6 pulley on, got a stronger belt. Like, it should be making the correct amount of boost, and it's not. So something is definitely going on, and I don't know. Like, the DA is great today. We should be going quite a bit faster, and we're straight up not. We're running the same as we were every time we've come out here. So I don't know if it's just starting off from the dig that's messing with the actuator not closing. That's my guess right now. Or we could have a hole somewhere, but that's pretty inconsistent because, like, again, doing, you know, street hits and testing it that way, I'm seeing 18 PSI. And that never got anywhere near the end of the boost gauge. So I don't know, guys. I came out here to run, but it's 9 o'clock. Goes a couple more hours. I think that might be the only run. I'll catch up with you guys when we get back to the house to see, but that's kind of the data I needed. If it's not going to go any faster, and we can get the 60 foot down a little bit maybe, I don't know. It should be pulling harder than that. Alrighty, guys, so I'm of the opinion that there's got to be the supercharger bypass or something going on, because just looking over everything, there's no way. Like, I know this pulley makes power. So it's inconsistent throughout shifts, first gear to second gear, third gear, fourth. It should not matter. It should make the same boost every gear. It's not doing that. So something's screwy. On the street, so on the street, what my theory is going on. So when I smack it on the street, it goes from vacuum, wide open throttle in like third gear, and it has a high potential for boost. I think in first gear, trying to slip the clutch, it kind of slowly gets into boost, if that makes sense. And I don't think it has quite the same punch to smack that throttle or the bypass closed. So that's my theory. And then in each gear shift, the boost varies a little bit up and down. So, like, I think the bypass is what my issue is. I've had codes in the past before, I kind of ignored them because you can suck it, you can take the vacuum line off, put some suction to it, it'll close, but it doesn't hold vacuum. So I think that's I really think that's what's going on. So I was getting rid of the ice down again. I just refilled the container and everything. But, like, check out this line. So front of the track way over there, all the way around, and they're still teching some people in. So the way it works here, tech-in has priority, so you're going to sit in these other two lanes where I'm going to sit in a minute forever, and then eventually we'll let you guys go for a second pass. So I think I'm good. It's ridiculous. So I'm going to head out, and I guess we'll have to troubleshoot what's going on. But that's pretty much it for the drag season for me. There's nothing else I can really do about it. All right, so we are back at the house, and I just wanted to go over everything real quick. So something's definitely screwy, and it's frustrating. It is what it is, though. I'm gonna have to figure it out. So getting back from the run, I wanted to cover the things we messed with last time around. So ice tank did fine. When we got back from the run, the water was definitely pretty warm. So we sat in the staging lanes probably a solid almost 2 hours to get a run in. There were 3 different incidents all the way down. And then I ran the pump periodically just to kind of keep things a little bit cool under the air. Didn't want it to, like, just heat soak for like 200 degrees or anything crazy. It's a very long time to wait. So not super worried about the ice tank. I think it's performing fine. What is bothering me is the boost. So I think there's a couple ways we can go about fixing it. So last time around, I was thinking possibly belt slip could have been the issue. So we did belt slip with the Gates green belt. It's one of the better ones on the market. It's not the best one, but it is one of the better ones on the market. I don't think it's belt slip though. I'm pretty confident at this point it's not that. So that leaves either a boost leak or something else really. So the next step forward, I think we're gonna go ahead and do a smoke test on the car at some point. I got some stuff I gotta do with the truck and Prius over here, the daily driver for the wife, and get a couple other things sorted out before I mess with the car again. It's gonna be a little bit, but smoke test makes the most sense. See if there's any obvious leaks. What makes me think it's not a vacuum leak or a vacuum leak like the supercharger not sealing, for instance, it's inconsistent. So on the street, I did a hit on the way home and it was 17 PSI. Didn't see that once at the track for that pass. So same weather, same conditions, something is wrong. So I really think it's either the bypass or, I really think it's the bypass, honestly. So long story short, pretty sure it's gonna be the bypass, but we'll do a smoke check to test everything. I do the weird high idle thing when I'd flash a new tune on to do a cold start or whatever that we saw way back when we first installed the cams. Could be related to the bypass. Maybe it's being stuck closed or open, who knows? I could have a vacuum leak somewhere. So gonna sort that out. And that's really the next troubleshooting step. As far as plans forward with the car, I want to sort out our boost issue. And I'm not going back to the track this year. The weather's getting too crappy. That was really the last test and tune event of the year. So I'd like to do the trans, clutch, and shifter bushing and kind of really go through everything top to bottom and make sure we're good. So that's pretty much going to do it for the video on the car. It is what it is, guys. I just wanted to share with you my experience, and that's where we are. I would really like to get a 10 again, but the last time we ran a 10, we made 17 PSI down the whole pass on the old setup. So I know it has the capability to be there, but we have a mechanical issue that is limiting us. And the 60 foot, obviously, driver issue, but is what it is. We'll get back to that. Don't you guys worry about that. So 60 foot comes with practice, and the way the track sessions are scheduled here, I have a laundry list of excuses, but it's like month, 2 months at a time. So I need to figure out another solution to go more often and get more practice in with that. But thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you guys in the next video. Take it easy and let me know what you think. If you have any experience with bypass issues, please leave them down in the description and maybe we can figure something out. So thanks for watching.